welcome on in, everybody, to this episode of Retro Rants Podcast, where we have ourselves our first very special bearded... Wait, there's two of them.
Three.
What?
Who's the real Johnny Beard?
Who's the real Johnny Beard here? But welcome on in, Johnny Beard. Just to let you know, we are doing Twitch guest stars, so things are a little choppy, but we should ultimately be good and set to go. So, Johnny Beard, thank you so much for being on our podcast, man. It's good to have you here.
Uh-oh.
So tell us a bit about yourself, man. We asked you to be on this podcast, and thank you so much for agreeing. But when I asked you to I wanted you to bring to the podcast a game that you could always go back to, that you love from your childhood, and you decided to bring us this PlayStation 1 title, Ergies. I have never Guys. I have never, goes to show you, I've never Ergies. I've never heard or seen this title at all. So Ergies. All right, give us a breakdown of what Ergies is about.
It's not Ergies.
It's Ergies now. That's forever what it's gonna be known as. Ergies. Ergies. All right, PlayStation 1 Ergies.
So I don't think I can call it Air Guys again. So Air Guys is a game from my childhood. I thought it would fit, it ticks all the boxes with the podcast you guys have got here, Retro Rants, because it is a game from my childhood. It is a game I always go back to.
Okay.
It's a game I love, but it's also a game I rant about because it's definitely got many flaws. So Guys is a game from Squaresoft, obviously, otherwise not obviously Square Enix nowadays. Came out in arcades in 97-ish, came out and then in Japan in 98, and then kind of got to the States in 99 and Europe in 2000.
So
this was a long delay.
So this was an arcade game to start. This was wow.
It was an arcade machine game, yeah.
I never realized that. Is this now break it down to us real quick. Is this every Final Fantasy main characters or love characters or all characters that you can fight as, or
no? There's basically 5 Final Fantasy 7 characters in this game.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
So you can play Cloud, Tifa, Sephiroth, Vincent, and technically Red. I say that.
You can play as Red. Oh, that's great.
Let's get to it.
That's badass.
Oh, so what's the first age that you got this? When did you acquire the love for this game?
So it was around 2000, 2001-ish.
Okay.
I don't know how I kind of came across it really. I think I might have rented it, back in the day. I didn't have a block. I live in North Wales. It's very rural.
Yeah.
We didn't have Blockbusters here where I lived, but we did have local renting shops, and there was a renting shop that had Air Guys in it. I believe, I might be making this up, but I think that was what happened. Because the cover, if you've noticed, of Air Guys, it has Cloud on it, and that was obviously the selling point to me. I was like, oh my god, what? This game's got Cloud in it? I've got to play this. Right. That type of thing. So,
where did you play it? Where did you play it first? Did you play it while it was in the arcade, or what stage did you play this? Did you play it when it was available at home console?
No, I played this home console. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really go to the arcades much. Again, there's not many in North Wales.
Mm-hmm.
I got this on home console.
I'm excited to see what this is like. Romantendo, Johnny Rebeck, do you have anything you want to add here? I got get something a little ready here, so I'll let you guys get a question or two off for the good old bearded of Johnny's.
I'm just curious about this game because, is it a game that you rented and you played and it was the only thing you had, so you had to fight through the flaws of it? And then it's nostalgic for you, but you just hate it, yet you just have to go back to it. Is that one of those type of games? It's like I just know it's
kind of. So basically, this game is the arcade fighting game is not very good. But there's loads of mini games, and there's also an RPG kind of side game.
Of course, they put something like that.
The RPG side game is called Brand New Quest. Yeah, it's a PlayStation 1 era.
Right? Why not?
And the RPG is what makes me come back to it. It's called Brand New Quest, and I love it. So
what's it about?
To show you guys that.
Yeah.
What's the quest and the story about?
So I'm gonna have to give you obviously a bit of a backstory about Guys, because let's be honest, we say this is the first Final Fantasy fighting game. It kind of isn't. So this game was made. This game was developed by a company called Dream Factory, and Dream Factory made Tobel.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the Tobel games, still very moderately successful. And I believe, again, I'm gonna have to do some guessing, but I believe that SquareSoft asked Dream Factory to make this game for Final Fantasy fans. So they kind of made a brand new fighting game called Guys with its own new plot, with its own set of characters that then they bolted on Final Fantasy characters to the side of it, really. So Guys is kind of, it's got its own story, its own set of characters. Most of the characters are kind of rip off of Tekken characters as well. So obviously Tekken was huge back in the late 90s. Basically, the premise of the game is that everyone's trying to find the legendary sword Guys, and there's a stone also called Guys that has been found, and the winner of the tournament can get the stone to then unlock the sword and probably get loads of power or something.
Of course they can. That's such
kind of a very basic premise.
There we go.
A square game with a stone in it? A magical
the side
stone?
game.
A magical shiny thing?
No.
Imagine that. Square making a magical shiny stone that gives you powers. Wow.
I just want to share too another very fantasy oriented thing to do with this too is that Ehrgeiz is ambition in German apparently. So it's you fight to get the Ehrgeiz or whatever the hell, and that's very Heroes Quest JRPG thing of whoever has the most ambition, the most drive, to win the challenge and get the thing. So, I think that's really fun.
I like that you took the time to figure out what that meant, and that's cool that Ehrgeiz is ambition. Ehrgeiz.
Beard, when is the last time you played this game? Did you just recently play it, demoed it, or?
Well, as I said, Brand New Quest, the mini RPG is what makes me come back. Not necessarily the arcade game. So the actual arcade game, wow, I don't know, 10 years maybe?
Wow, okay.
Brand New Quest RPG, I genuinely play it probably once a year.
Oh,
okay. I played it on stream last year at one point for the first time. To test the waters, because I actually really kind of want to speedrun the Brand New Quest, because it's well, I would like to show you both. I'd like to show you the arcade and the Brand New Quest.
Yeah, no, you're gonna show us. You're gonna show us all.
Because
sorry. I got excited for Ehrgeiz. Yep, wiener, Ehrgeiz, wiener. So, Johnny Beard, before we get into this wonderful game that you brought, I'm going to go ahead and hit you with none other than, boom, some video game trivia.
Okay.
All right, we're just going to do the random ones. Chad, I told Johnny beforehand that we're going to go ahead and throw some random video game questions in here and see how much knowledge.
I have full faith that he's going to nail some of them, though.
I do too. There's and
encyclopedic knowledge of a lot of games.
That's good to have, because Johnny Beard, I'm going to tell you right now, the horizons of these questions is very large. They're all over the place. So
okay.
So, all right, here we go. Here's the first question. Romantendo, you might get a little excited with this one too, as well. But hold your tongue.
You let him answer.
Hold your tongue.
Hold it. Literally hold it.
Can I get an exclamation Roman in chat, please? Okay, Johnny Beard. question. With more than 80 million copies sold, what was the best-selling game on the Nintendo Wii? More than 80 million copies sold. What was the best-selling game on Nintendo Wii? I will give you one hint.
He answered. He answered.
I think he answered already.
Oh, wait,
He
what was
answered.
it?
You kept running your mouth. He answered.
Shut up! You're correct.
Yeah,
You're
that
correct.
was.
You're lucky.
He had that.
I might have accidentally. I let it slip out. I let it slip out.
Drama,
Yeah.
and he already.
And Giant
had
Bear's
it.
just like, yeah, meh, you're one of those.
He was gonna.
You're one of those. 2 words out of my sentence and you're hitting the buzzer, aren't you? All right, well, fine. How about this one? In the original Gears of War for the Xbox 360, how many kills in ranked versus multiplayer matches were required to earn the Seriously achievement?
Oh my God.
What?
That's a special kind of nerd.
I have no idea. That's so specific.
Yeah.
1,000. I have no
it's
idea.
trivia. You nailed it.
We
huh?
No.
It's one of those, either you know or you don't for Gears of War fans, isn't it?
It's a-
10,000.
You fucking nailed it. 10,000 kills to get the Seriously.
Yeah, fuck you.
Achievement.
Bro. See, I know some
GG.
trivia too. It's just about other consoles. That we
Yo,
fucking
yo!
all the time. Yo. What
Yo.
the fuck?
I don't know what that was.
That 60 gaming system and play Gears of War.
Yeah.
Fellow teenagers, fellow kids.
Yeah, you guys aren't cool. Not unless it's Nintendo. Nintendo. Oh yeah, Johnny Bear, you're gonna eventually notice that we pause talking to you and just ramble and go at each other for a
Just
little bit.
Jump in there.
Yep, just jump in there, egg it on.
Go
Say,
for it.
Talk
Go for
yeah.
shit. Talk
Just-
shit.
fucking, we'll hear Johnny Bear being like, you won't in the background. Fucking egg just egging us on. Oh
I think
shit.
Johnny could school us on a lot of trivia stuff. Speaking of, though, I have a question. I have some questions I want to fire off.
Okay, all right.
So, before we get started,
Hell yeah.
All right. Because I want to know, here's the thing, another thing, man, a lot of you may not know about Johnny Beard. Johnny Beard likes JRPGs a lot. I know that, right?
Yay.
So, I would like to know, what is your favorite? And I would like to know, what is your favorite Final Fantasy and what is your favorite non-Final Fantasy JRPG?
Yes, that's
I'm excited.
very, very good way to break that down.
Okay. Very spicy. Yeah. I mean, my favorite RPG, probably my favorite game of all time, is Final Fantasy IX. So it kind of answers a few.
Ooh, nice, yeah.
Wait,
There we go.
I've got a VV chapter. I love Fantasy IX. I don't know if some people do and some people don't class Pokemon as RPG, which I think is crazy that people don't class it as an RPG.
It's RPG, it's
I think
turn-based
not Final
move.
Fantasy. If you class it, it's damn right. But there's people that are like, oh, it's a kid's game. Oh, it's not an RPG. It's like the mechanics in a Pokemon game are quite vast. So I probably non-Final Fantasy. It's got to be Pokemon Heart Gold, the most complete Pokemon game of all time, in my opinion.
just went.
But if we're not including that, I mean, I want to give a shout out to a niche game, which is Jade Cocoon 2.
Jade
That game
Cocoon
is
2.
really underrated.
This is why I asked this question, because I know Johnny Beard likes a bunch
Yeah.
of really niche JRPGs, and I like hearing about them, so. Into talking about that, we should see some of this game then with this Final Fantasy
Yeah.
stuff in it.
Yes, so let's go ahead
You wanna put
and
it in?
I'm going to go ahead and
Yep.
expose that now. So, here we go.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Exposed.
So the main guy's arcade style game, fighting game. I'll show you that. So you got arcade mode, obviously your classic options, but
Okay.
it's, arcade mode, isn't it? You may have noticed there was no Final Fantasy characters in it. And the Final Fantasy characters don't have endings, like Tekken style endings. The only one that has an ending is Sephiroth, which is a bit crap. So
That's funny.
but I'll go with God Hand. We'll go with
Sick.
what's that? Sorry?
Godhound sounds sick.
All right. We go. Oh, okay. Oh.
Fight in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, so it's a 3D style fighting game.
Okay. You know what else is free?
Oh, God,
Trivia.
to me.
As you get your ass handed to you. Who is the creator of the Civilization series?
Trivia. Civilization.
Yeah.
Sid Meier?
Correct.
Is that
All right. Yeah, that was. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Final. So that's, yeah.
Oh.
Sid Meier's Civilization.
All right.
Look at this fighting game. It actually shows
Yeah,
you the
this is
number of
brutal. It's like
damage.
you enter the quest and you cannot leave the quest. You enter the game with a character. This is the character you get fucked
Yes.
with.
Call of
Proper
Duty
RPG,
2.
wasn't it?
What a cool fighting game. I like this already.
Yeah, this is neat. Crates are dope. Look at the crates. Those graphics are great, dude.
That's
Yes.
good.
I love the crates.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
Whoa,
think they're
wow, that's weird.
That angle is very weird.
Yeah, the crates are great.
But what is your?
Yes, I kind of have like
you
an
to pick
impact move.
between Street Fighter, Tekken, or Mortal Kombat.
Oh, there you go. Good question.
Oh, I'm Tekken any day. I'm definitely Team Tekken.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Respect.
What about
I
you?
love Tekken.
What about you?
I
Johnny
like all
Bear
three,
2.0.
but definitely Tekken.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Out of the three, Tekken, but also I think Soul Calibur is a super underrated series. I really like Soul Calibur.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
But Tekken,
You're gonna make me break my heart between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with my roots or Street
Ooh.
Fighter, because I've played more Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter than I have Mortal Kombat 2 or Mortal Kombat 3.
Bet. Roman?
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, we got a variety here.
Ever since Mortal Kombat, I've never been interested in
Ooh.
too many 1v fighters.
Yeah, so
Take
this
it
is the
away.
character that is basically Red 13.
Okay.
And if you get the alternative costume, it's red.
Looks very Hojo-like in there.
Bloss was
Yes.
saying though that her Walmart used to have arcade machines in them, and I was gonna say I used
Yeah,
to go to my
so-
local Walmart and play Area 51 all the time. Area 51.
Dude, going to local Walmarts
Shit.
and I missed that. They had all the TVs and you could play the games in the library. It was great. Ultimate babysitter.
Not that. No, I'm talking like my little ass Walmart had a few arcade machines in the lobby of the Walmart.
Oh,
Well, so this is survival.
And
I
used
never
to
had
play
that.
Area 51 all the time, which is a light gun game. It's a big arcade cabinet game. It's one of my favorite light gun games, honestly. It's the shit.
I was curious, but everybody else's answer to
Yes,
that
this is like
question,
survival
1v
mode, basically.
1v1. Is there a unique 1v1 game that you guys played that's not the typical cliche?
I don't know. I didn't play a whole ton of fighting games. I played a lot of fighting games.
It's a
certain
good
fighting games, niche
question.
stuff. Yeah.
Because there's so many diamonds in the rough out there with those 1v1s. Not too
Yeah.
many though. There's not too many, but
Are we talking about?
Oh, you know what was
One-
a cool one? That wasn't really 1v1, I guess, but Clay Fighters. Clay Fighters was cool.
Clay Fighters is 1v1.
That was fun. Yeah, but I mean, you could, you can have a bunch of people in it though, but it's more of a, party fighter. A lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
If you're an X-Men fan, there was a 1v1 that got bad ratings, and I don't understand why, but it was called X-Men Next Dimension for the GameCube. Endless entertainment.
Yeah?
Combos that were so awesome, man. You could jump, shoot Cyclops' laser, juggle people, go under, throw X. It was a game where it could, the possibilities were infinite when it came to
Hey, book
combos
nerd.
and moving people. Juggling and all that shit.
that sounds cool. I've never heard of that one. What was it called? X-Men what?
X-Men Next Dimension.
Next Dimension.
Such a cool fighter.
There's a lot of interesting games in the X-Men sphere, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many X-Men games. I feel like people don't realize how many X-Men games there are, and like most of them are good.
I actually have a fighting game that's a gem that I don't really think I ever hear anybody talk about. That I remember playing only at my grandmother's on PC, and I believe it was for Sega. Or Virtua Fighter 2. Virtual Fighter
Virtua
2.
That's not you. No, that's
Virtua
not.
Fighters
We
not
all know about
Virtua
that.
Fighters.
Oh,
So think how cool this is. We're watching Cloud Strife in this game, but this is like one of the earliest times they animated him like this.
This is what he
obviously the cutscenes in Final Fantasy VII, but
this is what Cloud Strife did when you hit save and quit game, and then until you loaded up the game again. This is what he did in his off time.
It's like Toy Story or something.
Yeah, it's like gotta hone my skills. Gotta keep my skills honed. Who was the actor? The actor, I believe, was in also a soap opera, but he voiced Cloud Strife in Advent Children. Oh gosh.
I'm looking it up.
He was one of the, like, oddly enough, it was like one of the ones that I like watched with my wife every now and then, and I was like, when I watched Advent Children, I was like, or no, when I watched the show, I was like, wait a minute, what? That's Cloud.
Soap opera.
Yeah.
You watching soap opera? Whoa.
Who's
Steve Burton?
Yeah, and who was what was he in? What shows?
Look, I have no idea. I don't even recognize him. General Hospital.
That's it.
I've never watched that. My beard's rubbing off my chin. Oh no. Disregard my patchy beard.
Bro, you're losing your beard line. You're losing your beard line.
Real. Don't worry about it.
I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would.
So 3 hearts. You got 3 lives for the. That's 3 lives total for the infinite.
No, not the beard.
3 lives total.
No, your health bar is increasing.
Oh.
No, it's increasing. You start off with 1, and then you get more depending on how much damage you take. But obviously, the fights are getting harder. So.
But one kill and it ends the whole infinite thing, right? 1 death. Sorry, 1 death.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I have to lose 2 or 3 lives, I think.
So, that's what I meant. Those hearts.
Yeah,
those hearts.
Yeah. The hearts.
Yeah,
the hearts
yeah.
are 2 lives. Okay.
Hell yeah.
See, my health gets.
Yeah. Every time you win a battle,
Yeah,
your health increases.
Have you guys played Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
Or bearded. Beard. Tifa, no! Have you played the 2 recent ones?
I haven't. But
I don't think Johnny Beard has.
I've played Remake, but not Rebirth.
Okay.
I was just playing a bit of Rebirth for like 5 hours last night.
I've watched a full playthrough of Rebirth though.
Oh, you watched it? Oh shit. Well then, all right.
I should know the whole plot of Rebirth as I've watched it.
Yeah, I got.
I don't have a PS5, and I don't only that, but I've done a big ranting video about why I didn't want to buy it anyway.
Oh yeah, sum it up.
Because I'm not a big fan of the liberties of the plot.
I know.
yeah,
I wasn't a fan of the plot changes, shall we say?
I fight it because it's really interesting to see these characters really fleshed out now, like to an extreme. Like I feel like more close to all these characters than I ever did. But you're right. The little fates things and them trying to change the plot a little bit it's bugging me a bit, and I don't know what they're gonna do for the 3rd. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's another thing with the Final Fantasy stuff, like we were talking about before, like making things more approachable to people or whatever, is like that the remakes and stuff being like they're filling all this stuff that, like, I mean, we have anyway. Like Final Fantasy games anyway are a lot of like you fill them out with your mind, you fill them out with making sure you do as much as you can in the game, and you find stuff, and you figure out more and more story and everything, and you use your fucking brain to fucking piece things together and shit. And now to make it more approachable, they're like
book nerd, bless
written,
you.
Yeah.
I think is a lot of it, which is, not necessarily a bad thing. It's another thing to make stuff more accessible to people, but I do, that's not always how Final Fantasy stories went, so.
Of course. No,
I mean, making changes to the plot's fine, but the drastic changes are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, she's turned into a cat girl. I forgot about her.
Oh, fuck. Whoa,
gross.
Jesus.
Like, okay, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spoilers. In Junon, they added a plot into Rebirth where Yuffie is assassinating the president, which I thought absolutely made sense.
You know what? You know what's fucking hysterical about that? You know what's hysterical about that?
But
I just played Rebirth for 4 hours, and I just played through that part last night.
I did.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yuffie's
Thank God I didn't spoil
assassinating?
it for you.
No, that was. I kind of like that. Yuffie, they're
And
really making
that
Yuffie
makes
a
so
star.
much sense to the plot, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's the.
It makes so much sense, but then
It's-
it's all the overtness.
The split dimensional thing, like reality thing, split reality. That's kind of something
Yes.
I'm trying. I'm not gonna say any more about it, but that was kind of.
No, feel free. I already let everybody know. Okay, I was gonna say, if you guys got spoilers, I already accidentally seen clips, and by then it was done. So, and besides, let's all not sit here and pretend that we haven't played the first one, so we know the whole story like the back of our own hand. So
Okay,
there's nothing really to spoil.
I have something that I can't understand, and I didn't spend enough time on forums and shit to figure it out. But in the old one, please help me out with this. That Sephiroth that you're seeing running around as you're chasing them and stuff like that is just like Genova in a special form, where the real Sephiroth is in the northern cavern, like just waiting for.
Yeah.
Like remember,
To be
he's all
released.
crystallized.
Yes, he's waiting to be released.
So I don't understand what goes on at the end of Rebirth. Like I'm like, wait, that can't be Sephiroth. Like what is going? It's making it sound like that's Sephiroth now, and it's throwing me off. Like it really is confusing.
Maybe that is one of the things that changed.
Yeah, maybe. I don't get it.
It's also wild to me, though, that it's being released in these chunks, and I get it is because they're fleshing stuff out so much more, but, like, holy crap, dude, like, could have just as easily, like,
Yeah, could have been one.
made it a
maybe
two-part
two.
thing and put a lot less bullshit into it and made that more accessible for people to get instead of being like, here, we're going to do this years ago, and then being like, okay, now wait years for another piece, and then, and we're going to keep changing shit, and you're going to be on the hook for it forever. Like, it's just, I feel like that's
Oh, Sephiroth. Yes.
Sephiroth's going to do the 100-meter sprint.
Wait, Romantendo, why don't you give us the glorious? Come on, Romantendo, you do it good. You do it. Come on, do it. Do it.
Oh, yeah,
come on.
you too early.
Embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. You do it good. I showed Johnny a clip, and it was like, is that the Sephiroth music?
And we watched it.
Yeah.
No. Really hard.
Dun, dun, dun.
and then more Latin. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm done.
Right? You guys are like planking and then running to the flag. Is that what's happening?
Planking. What the fuck is this shit?
That was great.
Face. I love it. Take that, you son of a bitch.
What is? Oh wait, what is this now? Battle panel.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Battle
Oh,
panel.
thank you. Fucking legend. All right, let's go. Get it. Battle panel. What is this? Battle chess?
What
Oh.
is
Oh
this?
lord.
Oh, yo. Oh.
Yeah.
You're trying to turn
Oh.
colors.
Oh.
Oh, you're trying to make it like more of your own
What I
color.
gotta do here?
I think you gotta turn them into.
I think those black ones.
What do I
Yeah.
have to do?
Turn the colors.
You gotta turn the ones into-
Oh.
Yes.
It's Othello. It's Othello. You have to hit.
Yeah.
Can't explain.
Yeah, I got what to
Hell
do.
yeah.
Excellent. See if I can play with my ocarina.
That's serrated.
I probably can't.
Hey. Oh my god.
We're like, come play this
God,
game and get
Beard's
distracted.
like, what are you
all the
doing
time,
in my
huh?
ears?
I forgot.
Yep,
I've shown my
we're good.
Brand
screen.
new quest. Hell yeah.
Brand new quest.
Yeah, so I'll show you guys brand new
That's right,
quest.
Chris. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
sure
curious
either.
about this shit.
Okay.
But it is what it is. I put it on a beard.
So brand new quest is an RPG basically,
Mm.
and you can play as one of two characters, male, female. There's normal difficulty and there's hard difficulty, and I'll explain the differences when I show you the game. What that is. You basically play as either Koji, who's the male, or his student, and his student's called Claire, I think. And yeah, they're trying to find the ancient air guy's sword, basically,
Okay.
in that in that dungeon.
All right.
So, what's this place? A restaurant?
So this is the restaurant. So again, once in a while you'll find wines. And
Oh,
you can
that's
sell it
sick.
to this guy. And also you can like do like finance stuff. You know, like you know how like Walmart is it Walmart? What's it called? Yeah, Walmart. There's like sometimes you can sell stuff for higher value or lower value. You can do some kind of weird ass thing like that in there. I never do it. It's
Eerie
never
music,
worth it.
man.
That's cool.
And then you can buy magic stones from here, basically.
Badass. So then
and
what,
he-
you're trying to go to the Forbidden Dungeon thing?
Yeah. So this town is basically built on the Forbidden Dungeon. There's 21 levels of the Forbidden Dungeon.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah.
What a game.
If you
It's a lot of levels.
If you go to the top, this takes you to level 1. If you go down here, it takes you to level 7.
Oh God.
Okay.
So you can start right off the bat at a way higher level than you should be at, and you're probably going to die.
Probably gonna die.
This fountain, you go to level 13.
Question: if you start a dungeon and then you get to the next one, can you always leave the dungeon, or you got to keep progressing to a certain tier and then you have to leave, or is it just you're stuck?
You have to physically go back out of level 1, 7, or 13 unless you have an item called a dragon wing, and that teleports you back to the dungeon.
Sick.
So you have to
I've seen
find
that
it
shit.
first.
I seen that shit.
Okay, I want to see it. Let's go.
Let's go in. We're gonna
you
go
see
in.
me
So
turn into a vampire, Dusty?
Yeah.
So another awesome thing about this game is that the maps are random.
Oh, it's
shit.
randomized. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question.
Oh, I love it.
I have a
This
question.
is cool.
All right.
So
For
when you are-
which console re-release was the game Star Fox 2 finally released in 2017?
2017 Switch?
Nope.
Wii U.
Ooh,
Wii U.
Super Nintendo, right?
really?
Wait, I don't get that question. I'm confused.
Yeah. For which console re-release was the game Star Fox 2 finally released on in 2017?
Wait, a console re-release.
A re-release. What? A
Interesting.
bunch of old
console
content?
re-release.
Yes.
The
Yes.
mini SNES thing or whatever the
Yep.
fuck.
The Super
Oh,
NES
that's what it
Classic.
meant.
Yeah.
I'm on a
yeah,
roll
yeah.
today. I'm on fire. Let's
Oh,
go.
fire. Let's fucking go.
Dude, it's kind of weird. I don't get it.
It's a fine. Romantendo knowledge. Get ready for this. Ready? Go. In what year did the Nintendo Wii launch?
2006.
Woo! We are correct.
Oh shit! Johnny's gotta fight some dudes. Oh,
Lizard
guy
Man.
just-
Lizard man, get him.
tried to do the worm at you, bro.
Look, he just
Yeah.
stabbed him in the ass. Why are blue ass
Jump
juices
right.
coming out of him? There's blue ass juices.
So there's a few things here to note. One,
Okay.
my hunger bar's going down,
Okay.
obviously,
Okay.
so I need
Energy.
to eat something. Yeah.
You're gonna eat a tail. How was it?
Lizard tail, my favorite.
Okay. Okay.
In each room with enemies, there's a trapdoor randomly placed somewhere.
Ooh.
You can't see it. It's usually in the center of the room, so you might notice I'm going around the skirts of the outside of each room when I have a fight.
Yeah.
Only
Oh,
applicable if there's enemies in the room. And
okay.
if the trapdoor hits, you have to defeat potentially quite a few waves of enemies, which obviously is dangerous.
Whoa.
So, also, over here, I found a spring that can take you up to full health.
Shit.
There's one per level, but once you've used the fountain once fully, it's gone forever.
Okay.
Did I just see a fairy at that fountain?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you don't want to accidentally trigger the trapdoor though, and then be.
So, I'm level 2
Right.
now. So, as I said, if you get level ups, then your items can increase in the shop, and also you get more stronger, obviously, you know.
Right.
I found a potion.
It's a little roguelite, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, there's very, very much so.
That's cool.
You can have up to 4 items in your satchel, because once you're in a battle, you can't go in your menu.
Mm.
So you have to choose wisely what items you want in your satchel. So obviously health normally is a good idea, because you can't heal in the middle of a battle.
That's cool. And not many RPGs even today do that. You can always like go to your menu during battles and like, oh, heal and stuff. I kind of like that. That's cool.
I've just got a better shield now, so I just equipped that.
So you just equipped that, but what I want to know is, what was the first 3D game in the Bomberman video game series?
Bomberman64?
Yes. Yes. Good job.
Yes.
Dog y'all. He knows his shit.
I love.
You know that shit? I know you know your Resident Evil, so what is the family name of the main antagonists of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard?
The Baker family?
Yes, correct. So Johnny Beard, I did have a question for you, because you know what? You picked my brain when I was when you so graciously had me as a guest star over on Streamer Stories. So you asked a question that I also want to just like take the gun, load it in, return fire kind of deal.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. You asked me what made you become a streamer, and what did you carry over from your childhood into your streaming?
Ooh.
And I liked that question a lot, so I
Nice.
want to ask you the same thing. What made you become a streamer, and what from your childhood do you carry over to that?
So, before I answer that question, I will answer it, I promise. I'm not deflecting it. I'm just in this room. If you see this room here, it's kind of like a sideways room with one torch in the middle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can bomb like a secret hallway. Hopefully it'll work. No, it's a fake. Never mind.
But sometimes there's a tunnel. That's cool.
Sometimes, yeah, it'll lead you to like a different random area. But to answer the question, sorry, I didn't mean to deflect.
That's fine.
It's so before I was a streamer, I tried to dabble in radio DJing.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I had a work colleague that used to do radio shows. I'm about to go to the second area now, by the way, because I've pretty much fully explored level 1. Yeah, so that's how I dabbled into that, and that kind of made me kind of realize that I kind of had a bit of a weird personality, I suppose, because you got to be an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was an entertainer or someone that was, funny or charming in any way, shape, or form. So I didn't really think that would be for me. And then when I started to get creative with my radio shows, because I've got a love for music and video games. I love a lot of rock and metal music. So yeah, and then I found Twitch. I can't remember how I found Twitch, but I found it, and it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Well, all you need to do is have a webcam, and I already have the microphone, right? So let's give it a go. So it's nearly 7 years. So my stream anniversary is in a couple of weeks. And I will be celebrating that, actually.
7 years, damn. Good
that
on you.
was nearly 7 years ago. But I mean, in terms of my childhood, I've always loved video games, and I'm very passionate about it. It's one of those things, isn't it? Where again, I think we can all relate. When we were in our smaller circles as kids, there weren't many people that we probably could relate to in that, because it was quite a niche thing back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So
fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
We were all fucking nerds, weren't we?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, just
And
being
look at
able
us
to kind of-
now.
yeah.
Fuck
Who's
you,
laughing
everybody.
now?
Fuck you, everybody.
I don't know. I'm still a loser in a sense.
We all are, though, but that's the thing. We're losers together, and fuck everybody else.
Nerds unite!
Nerds
Yeah.
unite.
The money here, by the way, you might have noticed I've got quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
You could. That's for saving, basically. You have to pay to save. in the game.
Oh, wow.
It costs 40.
The old payphone save, basically.
Right. But
wow.
and also a recommendation to save is just before you go to the next area.
Yeah.
Because again, each map is random, right? So
Right.
if you go to level 3 now, and then you die because it's a really hard layout, then if you've saved at the end of level 2, you can start at level 3
Restart
randomizer again.
And remember, I gotta say, this is tickling. This part of this game, like the fighting's sick, but this part is tickling some of my zones because, so I'm a special kind of nerd. I, when I was young, was an avid collector and procurer of fucking PC gamer demo discs and collections and
Yes.
software collections and arcade
Yes.
collections and shit.
Yes.
And so that's something we don't get into on this show a lot. And I think my next episode, I'm going to be bringing something from that because
Nice.
we've not really done any of the old PC shit. And I have some things I want to share. But something I love and it stuck with me for
Nice.
life. And I was trying to find, okay, like the game stuck with me, but I couldn't find the fucking name forever, right? Found it. And then I've been like all about it since then. And it's a very well done game. It's Castle of the Wind. Okay. It is a roguelike dungeon crawler, but it's random generated stuff like that. You start out just like this. You get a fucking little dagger, a leather shield. You get a little bit of this element. You get a little bit of this element. That's it. But you're a little top down fucking sprite guy going beep 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 beep. You know, down a hallway, and then oop goblin. Oop, there's a dark spot. You need a torch.
Okay, yeah.
There's a doorway. I was obsessed. Like my neurospicy brain when I was a kid, obsessed. I wrote guides because like it's randomly generated, right? So whatever. But it was like, what kind of items do you need before you get to which level, right? What kind of stuff do you need? Which level is the bot, like the next boss gonna spawn on to unlock the next level? Those things. Like I was like deep in. I had a notebook. I was like deep into that shit. And this is a lot like that with like the old school rogue like dungeon crawling thing where it's like resource management, survival. It's simple. It's just you got to make the right decisions or you're fucked. Like
Beard, what's going on here?
So I've gone back into the restaurant.
the
So
music
one
in the
thing,
restaurant is great.
the restaurant owner is called Pierre, and he's dropping recipe books throughout the dungeon, and it gives you information basically. But also they offer you more wines and stuff. So I just got a beer. Again, you can sell that or drink it. So I was talking to you before about the wines. I thought you could use the wines to do the. No, maybe not. Never know. I ignore that. But yeah, I'm now playing as Claire. Claire's level 1.
Oh,
Wait, well,
so you can swap characters in the hotel then.
yeah.
Yes.
So
And then
wait,
you're going back out with the same items, but she's still a lower level.
That's
But you can
correct.
take the inventory. Okay, sick.
And you could store items in your room too, which
Yeah.
I saw
Yes.
that.
yeah. So
Yeah,
wait,
right.
wait. Which video game
Hash.
character sets out to free the gobos from Baron Dante?
What Devil May Cry was that? I said Dante.
Which video game character sets out to free the gobos from Baron Dante?
This sounds
I don't
familiar. That crop of
No
shit.
idea.
Ooh,
Nice one, Roman.
Not a clue.
that'd be Croc.
Um,
Johnny Freebeck was like bursting at
Was
the
dying.
seams.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
that's
Yeah,
so
we were
funny.
talking about it earlier. Yeah, Croc Legend of the Gobos. Croc's amazing.
I'm gonna keep my questions surprising. Continue.
So,
His little sounds are so good. Like, you love the repetitive noises from Zelda games and shit. You'll love fucking Croc because, oh my god, the same.
Yeah, no, hold
Fucking
on.
sounds.
Splat! That's what he said. He would say splat.
They're so good.
Yeah. It is an early example of a good platformer
It's
for
a good-
PlayStation.
I'm so
Like,
happy to hear you
it's
say that,
solid.
Roman. I'm so glad you 180'd on that because I remember going in when you were first playing it. You're like, and I was like, just
Yeah.
give it. And also, I'm just gonna. I know we give each other a lot of shit, and it's a bit, but some of it's real, whatever the fuck. But the point is, it's enjoyable to hear that you gave it more of a chance, and that you like it, because you don't have to like nobody has to like what I like. I don't care, but it's still fun to see Roman, who has a lot of different tastes than I do, like something else that I like a lot. That made me happy.
Yes, I
Gex.
remember Gex. Boomback.
Gex is the shit.
Oh, Gex, yeah. That might be getting remastered at some point. mightn't
That's what they said.
Yeah,
There
it's
because
rumored.
people have been fucking wanting that forever. But like, you do know there's a
it? Oh, fuck.
there's like a single level out there you can play on in a browser right now. So way back when they were gonna make another Gex, it got stopped. And so just like last year or something, I saw on Twitter they
Uh-oh.
released that level. Like you can find it online to play the one level of the next game they were gonna make.
Oh, neat.
Dude, this is literally a mini game, quote unquote. I'm gonna say quotes, air quotes, because it's not mini in a fighting game, and this is amazing.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing that is the charm of older games is that they did that shit. I mean, hell, okay, let's talk about fucking Tekken and how you could play a bunch of the other Tekken games in a Tekken
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
Playing
like-
Beach Ball game in second.
You could literally that used to be the cool shit. Or that's why still a lot of indie games do this, where you're in the game and you find some console or computer and you go into it and you can play. There's a game in it and you get to play it. Like I still
Yeah.
love the game in a game gimmick. I love it
Yeah.
so much. Like,
He's the first boss.
you only get one character.
Look, there's bosses.
And you
Fucking
can't. There's no town.
Jesus.
So you are dropped into the dungeon, and you just crack on. You gotta manage your health, your weapon.
I like the blocking and
Take a
striking
breather.
technique you got going on there.
Yeah, he's got like a counter attack. He does.
Ugh.
100, drop 100 for that. Oh nope.
Makes me want to
not.
play Binding of Isaac again.
Oh god.
I've
I love that
played
game
that.
so much. It is. I would consider it was the most addicting game of my entire life.
I've heard a lot of good
And that's
things.
saying a
I've
lot
seen
because
it.
I
I've never
played
played
so
it.
many games. I don't know what was that game. That game was just so much fun.
I haven't played that yet. I need to play it.
Yeah, same.
It is
so
insanely
good, isn't it?
challenging. Like it is. The challenge level is just ridiculous.
It's one of those that's
I
been
beat
around
the-
forever, and I need to play it. I know
Oh,
I do,
fuck.
but I just never get to.
I would say it took me over 150 hours to beat the final boss. There's like always
Jesus.
another final boss. 150 hours to finally beat him.
Is that what the isn't there like DLC too? Is that just the
Yeah,
base
and the
game?
DLC added even more
And
final
that,
bosses,
okay.
which they were a little easier because I was so like tempered with the game's
You
difficulty.
were so
that
tuned
I-
in at that point.
But yeah, but the game is
It
just endless fun. It's a rogue like game.
Here's
It's
another.
disgusting. There's poop monsters and
Yeah, I saw
fart
meat
things.
and organs and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it fulfills my childhood, like, farts and butts. And then yet it's really
Butts.
challenging and you could spend endless hours
Farts
just
and
trying to get to
Farts
and then
and butts.
the weapon variety, it's
You want to
insane.
know about the farts and butts?
This brings me to another question though. Johnny Beard,
Yes.
what is a game that you hyperfixate on?
Ooh, question.
Hyperfixate?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Whether it's a game that's made you hyperfixate on it, or a game you enjoy hyperfixating on, like what's something that you like fucking. Because I mean, on the surface, from watching, I would say you clearly have a thing for Resident Evil, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like from your soul, what I don't know. Like I'm giving you, what do you? Is there something
mean,
that you?
There's a certain. I mean, the thing is, I in my spare time, especially nowadays, I don't have a lot of spare time. I do a lot of streaming and going to work and being a family man and all that jazz. But I mean, if I do have a spare time game nowadays, I play a lot of. Believe it or not, I play a lot of what used to be called FIFA. A lot of football games. I'm a big soccer football
I
fan.
didn't know that. Hell yeah.
And I love playing manager mode. And I suppose I kind of fixate on that a lot, just trying to get the best team and stuff like that. That's kind of like my chill game.
That's a fun little tidbit because I never would have known
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I thought that would be
Hell
quite
yeah.
Especially just being in manager mode. You don't really gotta worry about
Sports.
anything. Yeah. Ugh.
So have you been watching the? I know the football's been happening, right?
Yeah,
Have you
the
been watching
Euros.
that shit then?
Yeah, I've not been watching it because I haven't had time, but
Yeah.
been keeping an eye on the scores and whatnot. Yeah, there's been some surprises in this tournament so far, to be honest.
I just watched the blurbs from a distance because I don't have enough knowledge still. I feel like, but I miss
Gators.
sports watching, so I try to kind of follow stuff.
Yeah, so I mean that's like my downtime game.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's playing Football Manager on a FIFA game, basically.
That's badass.
So,
Johnny
yeah,
Beard.
I suppose no one would expect it. So
You know
yeah.
what that randomly reminds me of with football games, really quick? Does anybody remember the Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, whatever the fuck, the dual game it was like World Cup, I don't remember what year it was. It was World Cup and then like Hang On or something was on a cartridge together.
Ooh, it was together.
I think it was Hang
I've heard
On.
of that.
Oh, you're talking about
Motorcycle game.
And then there was
Mega
columns
Drive,
too. It was
Genesis,
like
yes.
it had columns and like Hang On and
Yes.
and fucking World Cup on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was World Cup Italia 90, I think it was.
Yeah, I used to play the fuck out of that cartridge.
Yeah.
Just- oh my god. Anyway.
That was my favorite. That was my first ever Mega Drive game, technically.
Hell yeah.
Because,
Yeah, because I think it was a lot of
probably-
people's because it had it was like the Mega Drive cartridge. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I didn't have a Mega Drive until 1998. I didn't go into video games until 98. I didn't really know video games really kind of existed, believe it or not. I went to a friend's house and they were
Wow.
like, the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis. I was like, what's this? And then they played like Sonic and shit. I was like, oh my
you were
god,
like-
this is life changing.
so
Yeah. Then I got a Mega Drive in 98, and then I got a PlayStation 1 in 99, then the PlayStation 2 in 2001.
Damn, you just like accelerated.
Yeah.
You're like,
It did help a bit.
Does anybody remember the gun attachment for the Wiimotes? The like.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I remember trying to play. Oh, what was it? What was that game? My friend had one, and we tried to play with that. We were like, "This is gonna be sick," and it was awful. It was awful.
It depends on the game. It depends on the game. There's Resident Evil, not Resident Evil. Yeah, Resident Evil. There was a couple rail shooters for the Wii, which were really good.
Well, rail shooters.
And one of them used a shotgun attachment with the Wii Motion
Okay,
Plus.
but
let's not forget House of Horrors and Dino Crisis.
Yeah, to be fair though, okay, guess what? Rail shooters with light guns were already really impressive, Roman. So we really didn't change shit for that. Of course,
you had to go to an arcade and spend lots of money.
No, you didn't. The Dreamcast exists. Shut the fuck up. And so does fucking
the Dreamcast
Sega.
did that. I
and
forgot.
So does NES.
Oh, look at
Sega.
that shit.
Well, excuse me, princess.
How would you like
Safari
to suck
Hunt,
my
dude.
balls?
Safari is the shit.
Beefcake.
And I still like guns for that. And it was already done. You didn't need to go to arcade. You could do it. That's what I'm saying. It was done for like fucking 20 years before the damn Wii tried to do it. Failed. And all it did well at was stuff that you could already do with older consoles.
I'm usually on your side, like it used to exist. I'm just saying it was perfected. Well, not perfected. It still sucked.
It
but
literally
it got better.
No, it didn't. Dude, it performed the same as House of the Dead 2 or anything else did on the Dreamcast.
Well, you know what? I have no experience with rail shooter gun games with the Dreamcast. I'll be honest. I never actually got a chance to play games like that.
This man over here calls himself a fucking analog game snub. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't have experience with rail shooters on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Here's a fun thing. Peripherals, though, in general, right? Because let's talk about, okay, handheld peripherals, huge market for those. Tons of awesome peripheral devices for your handheld devices. Then there's also all the, like, weird shit that a lot of it Japan got, and then eventually some of it came to the States, but we got for PlayStation and PlayStation 2. Do we have any favorite peripheral devices, though, between us?
Dragon Fang.
Oh my god. You're alive.
Yes.
Also, was running out of food.
Oh my god. Clutch.
Yep.
I like that. That's a weird question. Any peripheral.
Yeah, what's a favorite peripheral
it attaches
device?
to like controllers.
A peripheral device. No, a peripheral device is anything that is secondary to the base unit. So it could be a controller device, it could be a thing for a handheld, it could be a thing for your console.
Got it.
This is the best. Here it is. This is the best one. The Game Boy Player for the GameCube. The ultimate device. You could play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on your fucking television screen.
Yeah, that shit was sick, actually.
Mine would have to be...
Every time Johnny picks up items, he teabags everything.
That's how I was introduced to Pokemon. I was like, everybody likes Pokemon. Let me play This is how I played Pokemon for the first time. I put Ruby in the Game Boy Player and played it on the freaking screen. What an awesome experience that was.
Ruby.
And then ever since, I never cared. but man, that was so much fun.
But then again, honestly, I haven't played any Pokemon game, honestly, since Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, so...
I'm gonna have to say my favorite accessory for a video game console would have to be the GameCube had a very sexy fucking controller called the Wavebird. And it just fit in your hands perfectly, man. I actually got the Switch version of it. Just because I like the feel of it so much.
The Wavebird was probably the best wireless controller.
Melee. Oh, playing Melee on a Wavebird. Playing Melee on a Wavebird.
Melee on a Wavebird.
Probably one of the best controllers I've ever had in my entire life with Wavebird.
Great,
so we have a question from chat. Okay, we have two things. First, if this is how y'all view the 32X, how about rumble packs and such from the 64 era? How do you feel about those?
The 64 had so much attachments that you could make like a solid 90-degree angle of attachments on those controllers. You could do like save packs with rumble packs, and I liked them, but I was more about the expansion part that you put in the console to make certain games go bigger. One of them being a Zelda game.
Yeah, the expansion. Yeah, the little red thing that you stuck in. I got it with Donkey Kong 64. I got it. It came compacted. with it. It came with it. I was like, oh shit, thanks, whatever this thing is, and then Perfect Dark's like, you need it. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I have it then.
Wave dash on a melee.
The rumble
Hell
packs,
yeah.
the rumble packs are okay, but the fact that every fucking game you turn on the damn system, there's no rumble pack installed. I'm like, I don't care. Like it just can constantly would bombard you with the rumble pack shit.
Yep.
Just like, so that's the rumble pack. I couldn't stand it after a while.
What's everyone's favorite handheld game? Do you have a favorite handheld game, Johnny Beard?
Good question. It has to be Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Nice choice.
It's got to be that.
You made Roman so happy just.
Or Wario
Yeah,
Land 2. I do like Wario Land 2 as well. Oh no, Wario Land 3. Third one, sorry.
Wait until Orbit here's mine.
Want me to go, or do you want to go?
How about you go? Because I got to build up this intensity.
Link's Awakening.
Good choice. Good choice. Excellent. Very good one indeed. Johnny, are you back?
I never had a lot of handheld devices. Unfortunately, used to play with my cousin's Game Gear all the time.
Oh
And
my
that was
god,
all-
solid.
We had the
Game Gear was great.
we had the fucking magnifier, we had the light thing. We play in the back of the car on long road trips between California and Oregon, like where we both lived and shit.
How many attachments
Lots of
did that
batteries.
Game Gear have?
A lot, and then we
Ooh,
had
lot.
but we had guess what we had though? We had the lighter like adapter thing, so we could plug it into the car on
Yeah.
long road trips and play. And it gets so hot. Oh my god.
Yep.
But anyway, but yeah, I didn't really ever have like like a dentist office I went to had like Game Boys. I used to play shit. I was like, that's cool. I never had that shit. And then my sibling passed me down a DS Lite, right before the DSi's and all this stuff. A DS Lite, and I got some random hand-me-down games with those. And then also I played Game Boy cartridges, Game Boy Advance cartridges. So I played Ruby and all that series of Pokemon
Right.
there, and I really enjoyed those. But that's all I got. I don't have a lot of handhelds.
Oh! Casual Craig, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate
Roman.
you.
So yes, so Orbit, what I consider the most favorite handheld games of all time, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, and Oracle of Time. You better fucking play it soon.
I
I'm
better.
pissed. Oh my god, they're so good. Take Link to the Past or Link's Awakening and just make it so much bigger and more epic. Link's Awakening's good.
Johnny Beer, you know what's wild about this? You said there's 21 levels of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all random.
What a
isn't it?
nightmare.
But you could save. You could
sweat.
save. So if you can imagine if you
Yeah.
couldn't save,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't.
If you
I would
couldn't
be,
save,
Oh my
Still.
goodness. Oh no!
This
oh
shit.
my god, you got dick punched in oblivion.
What happened?
So, that's why you did the dragon thing. You
Yeah.
go, right, I'm out of here. I'm out.
Okay. So it was
That's
you.
wild.
Whew.
I've still never played a Monster Hunter game.
No, I've had a love for the PSP
Very
version,
interesting.
and the Monster Hunter World was spot on for me. Rise, I didn't like
Sick.
I didn't like the cartoony look of it. I don't know, like I just like Monster Hunter World made it like feel like realistic, and I liked that.
Yeah, you would just want to gut stuff open and rip its tails up and shit and all.
Talk about gut up monsters and stuff. Can I just say the ultimate hunting game of monsters is Shadow of the Colossus for PS2.
Oh well, yeah.
How dare
That's
you
different.
say? I know it's that, but how dare you say it's hunting monsters and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, because bro, that shit is fucked up and dark. I love that. You guys have no idea how much I love that game. I have played it so many times. I will never forget the first time I played it, and I played with some homies. Like we skipped school and shit to go to a friend who lived near the school's like house to like play it, take turns playing it to get to the end, you know, and deal with the fucking the pagoda bitch and shit at the end, and like, oh my god. But the whole time I was like, guys, we're not a good guy here. Like this is fucked up. Like we're being selfish. We're doing a thing for a selfish reason. These motherfuckers are just living their lives and we're fucking them up. Like,
Stabbing
what a
them in the
beautiful
head
game.
and shit.
Yeah.
And
You have any
go to the prequel.
To save my girlfriend or whatever.
because there's
Sister.
Ico, which did not do well with a lot of people.
Mm.
Too much puzzling with people, I guess. I don't know. Was the first one. Then you have Shadow of the Colossus, and then you have Last Guardian, which I still need to play Last Guardian. Actually, I don't. I've always meant to. I just I keep not getting around to it. But yeah, what an excellent.
Monster
thing,
Hunter
but-
Freedom Unite. Okay.
How dare you say fucking? It's like the best monster hunting game because it just makes it feel even worse, dude. It makes it feel even worse.
Interesting way to think about that.
Yeah.
But look at Pokemon. You're enslaving these things constantly.
Pokemon Snap's a monster hunting game, dude. Fucking A.
Yeah, facts.
You're
That's the
taking
Dark
pictures
Souls.
of them.
It's a Dark Souls game.
And
You don't
you're
got the right
hunting them
picture.
to take pictures to exploit, dude.
Yeah, and if you don't take the right picture, you gotta start all over
You're
again.
getting into you are zooming in on them when they're like trying to mate and shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Also, that goes
Yeah,
back.
That's
yeah.
a bit weird.
Yeah.
about?
Earlier,
Imagine.
somebody said,
Now that I think about it.
Let me get a Pikachu. Snap.
I got a peek at you.
That enemy has a skull mace and a skull shield.
He's just a scully boy. He said, "See you later, boy."
I'm just a scully boy, live a skull family.
He says,
He's just
"Little
a scully boy, live a skull family.
Oh,
Skull
shit.
family.
oh, I was going for
Ba, ba,
Skater
ba,
Boy
ba.
instead.
Yeah,
Skull family.
boy.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Silly boy.
Queen?
Said, "See you
What's-
later,
what's
boy."
that? One winged
Yes,
angel.
yeah.
I heard Queen.
The Johnny's. Yeah, you guys are somewhere else entirely.
I'm glad you got that.
Of course.
Johnny, you just went
Stop
to
here.
show recently, didn't you? What was it,
into
Foo
my
Fighters? or
music
something?
collection.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh.
Didn't you go to some concert recently?
Pumpkin.
I also
Pumpkin.
the Foo
Pumpkin.
Fighters.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Foo
Pumpkin.
Fighters. No
Pumpkin.
way.
Pumpkin. 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 Pumpkin.
The tea bag every time you pick something up. cracks me
Pumpkin.
up.
I don't even want to
Pumpkin.
know where she's taking that pumpkin.
There's definitely
That's a whole.
definitely a stretched gasket somewhere. I am enjoying this game though.
I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. What a great share, dude.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for being the first person. I mean, first person because you're the first guest, but also the first of us all that's brought a PlayStation game on so far. This is our first PlayStation game on the channel.
You made Retro Rants history.
Yeah.
Oh, few
You're the
times.
first one to bring up. There's another thing I think is overrated that everybody else likes, and that's fine. But Hideo Kojima.
Oh.
All right,
A lot of
well,
hate for that. I don't, dude's done a bunch of cool shit. I don't get it. I don't, you know, people are like, he's like God mode and shit. And I don't understand it, but that's totally fine.
That's the Silent Hill.
There's other stealth
right?
games I'd rather play.
Yeah,
He's done a
yeah.
bunch of shit.
Okay,
Yeah, he was
phew.
part of that, but like the shit that he's like completely, you know, like that's him. Like, I love Silent Hill. I love that shit. I don't
Well, he
get
didn't do
Metal
it,
Gear
did he? He
Solid.
did PT.
He didn't did it. Yeah, he's they're part of it afterwards. That's what I'm saying. And like he gets a bunch
Yeah.
of shit attributed to him. People as God mode, and I just don't get it. And
Yeah,
then
he's-
also,
he's-
I never got Metal Gear stuff. There's other stealth games I'd rather play. I don't know. I never got it.
I kind of agree. I was never Metal Gear Solid. I've never really played a Metal Gear Solid, to be honest, apart from the second one, very briefly. I'm not a big. For me, it was PT because I'm a big Silent Hill fan. So
Yeah.
when he did PT, which was incredible,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, this guy gets it, you know. And then obviously the way he was left, the way he was kicked out of Konami was just ridiculous. So I
Yeah.
felt sorry for him. So in that respect, I was like, yeah, okay, fine, I get it. And then I think Death Stranding, like, I was really interested in the build-up for it. The trailers were really
Yeah.
cool, but then when it came out, I was like,
Walking
not
simulator.
quite what I hoped it would be.
All right, do we just say fuck it and run into 13?
run into 13. Run into
Let's just
13.
go see what
Just
happens.
full send.
Yeah.
Johnny Beard. Can we get a
Rip.
wait? Hold on. You know what? Johnny
I
Beard's
might
been our
be able
guest
to
star,
beat them
and I'm
first
just
year.
gonna say, we have not. Look at the size of that beard. Can we get a beard stroke for the podcast? Can we get a good beard stroke? Look at that. Look at that.
And then with
Oh my goodness. You know, I feel like a bird could make a nice and cozy little nest in there, like in the episode of Family Guy.
How long have you been growing that beard, Johnny?
it doesn't grow any more than this.
Right.
It takes about 18 months to grow it.
Damn, that's fast. It seems fast to me.
Talk about
Yeah.
fast,
Beard growth.
Johnny Rebeck. You got a pretty nice looking beard in like
Overnight.
like that. That is strapping.
Maybe.
That is strapping. Look at that. Romantendo, your beard looks like shit.
Or,
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Orb and
Don't
I
shame
are,
the only hair the man has. God damn.
It migrated to his
Okay.
chin. That's why it's so magnificent.
Orbit and I are cursed because we can't grow beards like your beard, Johnny Beard, because his beard, it's
This
like
is it.
still like
This is it.
12-year-old like hairs, like or 12-year-old like whatever. They're
Peach
don't
fuzz.
grow. Mine can grow. However, people tell me my long beard looks like shit. That's why I always cut it. I'm like, okay, screw you.
You can grow it. You're just choosing not to.
What
do
the
it.
fuck is that?
You grow your beard however you want
It's
to.
a
Fuck
dragon.
what everybody says.
True, but I'm trying to
Move
press
it,
ladies, and everybody says my beard looks like
Big
shit. I'm
pig,
just like,
big pig.
Ladies are into long beards lately, dude. Give it, just
But
get
no,
the front
my
bit down.
long
Put
beard
some-
looks.
Get the front bit down and train it and put some beads in it and shit. Hell yeah, dude.
I tried, but I get
Yes.
fun of Orbit. Don't you stick up?
Yes,
the Orbit.
juggle!
Remember,
Juggle this son of a bitch!
I think it'd be sick, dude. What is
Get him!
this spider bussy thing we're fighting?
It's a
How
Kraken.
would you like to suck
Yeah,
my butt?
spider bussy.
Splaboosy!
Yeah, so you can't even enter level 13 until you beat this guy. So imagine trying to beat this level 1.
Yeah, fuck. They're more counterfeit than real boards in the world. That's wild, dude.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Bitch. God damn, this thing is.
He takes a lot of health, and he,
Gotta
Holy
skip
crap.
he's got a strong defense as well, so my weapons are taking a lot of damage.
Yeah,
He's rough.
tedious.
Oh man. Get right
At
in
least
there.
You could just keep interrupting.
Oh my god.
I was starting to say at least you keep interrupting his attacks, but
Yeah, he tends to like.
Oh, sin!
what a bitch.
Sinner.
It's like a Dark Souls game, just hack slash roll dodge.
Yeah, that's what I was
potion,
kind of
potion,
thinking
potion.
this whole time. Is it is a little Dark Soulsy in some senses, huh? But like,
Get him. Poke him right in his fucking squid ass.
Squidussy.
Get him. It was the beard stroke, Johnny. You got this. It was the beard stroke. You got this.
I'm just hoping my weapons
Bearded
can
power.
break as well.
Yeah, because the durability on it's gonna go down. Yeah.
Durability. These nuts. Get
You
him.
have no idea of the health on this thing. It's not like it changes colors or has a health bar or anything.
His
No.
tentacles
No
take
clue
damage.
how long
That's
it
it. That's
numbered.
the only thing I can tell is his tentacles darken.
Oh, weapons breaking.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is insane. This is a game in a game, remember, guys. This is a fighting game with a fucking RPG in it that, look at how long.
Oh, he ate your ass.
Oh, he slapped
There we
the
go, then.
fuck.
Game over.
That was worth it. What a fuck. That's mad.
I think
dude.
we were getting close to
Fine.
beating it, but yeah, not enough.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for bringing this game on, dude. Holy crap. I'd
Yeah,
never heard
that
of it. I'm so
was-
glad. I shared it on Twitter and some other people were like, oh, we play this all the time. I never heard of it. And I get why people play it all the time now and why you do as well. Because
That was
Fucking
fucking
badass.
intense. That was intense. I kind of want to try.
Yeah, definitely.
But just like not even for the fighting 1v1, that dungeon, man. That
Yeah,
dungeon
the
crawling is what
dungeon.
gets it.
it's
Yeah.
calling to me.
So Johnny,
Topal games also have their own like RPG games as well, but I don't know
The what, dude?
for sure because I never really properly played Topal. So Dream Factory who made this game, they made Topal
Oh, yeah.
games, and they're similar fighting games, but also with a little RPG mini game in them as well.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
so-
Tobal. Yeah. Oh, I pulled up a
Yeah.
tab of that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
'Cause,
Topal
yeah.
1 and 2 came out on a PS1.
Yeah, it looks wild.
I need to play
seeing
those.
if
I haven't
can
played those
look
properly.
something up real quick. Where is it? No.
Yeah,
Not
first
bad.
incursion of the fighting game genre is Tobal #1.
Yeah.
An adventure-like quest mode is part of the game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There it
Wait,
is.
all the characters were designed by Akira Toriyama?
Were
What
they?
the
Oh, I
fuck?
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the game's mechanics were designed with the aid of fighter game designer Seiichi Ishii, right? While all the characters were designed by Akira Toriyama, yeah, of Dragon Ball fame. Yes.
Oh wow!
And the sequel, Tobal 2, was never released in North America or in Europe. It's
No.
Japan exclusive.
And
Never made it anymore.
Toriyama made fucking. That's sick.
How about
Johnny Beard, I know that you also, like we said before, you have your own podcasts, and everybody else in chat here, if you haven't, I go ahead and I have the link right here. That is to the Streamers Stories podcast, which Johnny Beard did and does, and I also was a guest star on. he definitely picked my brain, and I thought I was ready and knew what kind of questions would possibly come at me, and then there was a couple of blind ones that he threw at me. So very, very interesting stories. It actually led me to go and listen to other individuals and hear him pick their brains. So please go check out the stream of stories there over on the YouTubes, and check out the podcast that.
And you've got that on like Spotify and everything else too, right? Don't you?
Yes, it's on Spotify and YouTube. Yeah,
Spotify and YouTube. No, Johnny Beard.
Award-winning podcast.
Award-winning. Yes, award-winning.
Badass.
Award-winning. Do you have an award? Do you have an award round? Did they send you anything or anything like that?
I have a certificate.
You have a certificate?
It's still
But you know
badass.
what? I need to get it laminated, don't I?
You should. Hell yeah.
Back there, dude.
Fucking
fuck
show that
shit.
shit off. So thank you everyone for coming through. We will let this go on the rating out screen. Johnny Beard, thank you so much for being our guest star. And the Retro Rants team and I will be in touch with everyone. But until whose turn is it next? I think it's. I went last. So
X-Men last.
Yeah. So who is it? Roman, I think. No, I think it's.
Because I did McDonald's, you did X-Men.
So then it's Roman. Romantendo64 is next to bring something to Retro Rants. So keep an eye out for that in the channel. All right, y'all. We love you. All right, take care. Let's go send this love, and we'll see you next month. Later on.
Bye.